Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, and in any case, welcome to this broadcast of A Link to the Past and Super Metroid Combo Randomizer, our 2025 tournament. Running around with starting boots, we've got Ramond and mm2nescartridge. This is game one of their bracket series. As we're reviewing here, I have Pichu.
Hello. Good
Hi.
morning. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening, Pichu.
This is going to be a good race to watch, honestly. Like two good SMZ3 runners. Yeah.
Two crazy good at both games. MM2, if you've been watching, you know MM2 is crazy at SMZ3. Ramond, Dr. Krosky, as we call him in A Link to the Past community, he's been making noise in this tournament too. So let's see what these two have for us today as the blat timer starts blatting. We run left off the ship. Where are we going first? Probably to Sahasrah's closet, because we have starting boots in this year's tournament.
Starting boots. And it's 774, so they need 7 crystals and the 4 tokens before taking down Ganon and Mortarbrain. They also need to do GT climb. So yeah.
Just need to do a couple things, yeah. We have green pendant in its original location in Eastern, and it looked like a pendant on Desert also, and a blue crystal up at Hera.
Yes. Yeah, green pendant, Eastern pendant, Desert, and Crystal Era. And they both do it as an opening route, doing Saha. I mean, it makes sense with starting boots. You're right there.
You get your potential for some starting equipment. You get some bombs, maybe. You get power bombs is a good start. The glove is fantastic. The lamp is great. I mean, the lamp's going to show up somewhere, but the lamp, we don't care. The glove, now we're going straight to Back of Escape. Unless your name's Ramond. Ramond is going to go ahead and follow this through into Eastern.
Too. Like, I like when it starts a pendant going to Eastern. Like, you may never need to go back to, but maybe just something inside Eastern that you need.
Yeah, Eastern.
That's not Armos.
Eastern being Sphere 1 means you could have anything from a late game key item to a Morph Ball.
Mm-hmm. Some quality of life things as well. Could be an E-Tank, could be heart container that, well, I don't think you need a heart container. It's always fun to have, but, you know. Or it could be a sword as well, maybe.
It could be the Silver Arrows for all we know.
Yeah.
It could be the big key in the first jet for all we know. I don't know if it's... I see it a lot where people will just either... they'll start at Saha, and some people are going to Eastern every time, and some people are turning their nose up at it. I don't know if it's the pendant, or if it's... I just don't feel like it. There's a ton of other places where things can be. Sphere 1 in this game is so wide open.
Mm-hmm. It's so open, and you're guaranteed to have power bombs and supers in Sphere 1 as well.
Something to be able to open the doors once you can start getting around in Super Metroid. Oh, you killed the border crab MM2! We could get a lumberjack check here. What do we have in the tree? It is vanilla.
A heart container. Okay. I guess the chance of doing Aga is low now. It might be a Nega seed for all we know, but I guess are required for lumberjack.
You don't want an Aga seed in SMZ3?
No, but I saw it a couple of times throughout this tournament.
Ooh, bombs are free today. Cool. Well, we need that. We need that shield to finish the game.
Yep, and there's also a shield in Bonk Rock.
Oh, does Ramond have a chance of the ever illustrious mirror shield today?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
There's your guaranteed supers. And after this now, ooh, nice tree pull for some big money. That fixes everything in Kakariko here. So here's the real meat and potatoes. If you're playing without boots, you're probably going straight to Kakariko.
Totally. I mean, Kak is 13 items? 14 if you count Sick Kid.
Oh my god, the morph ball's just an Eastern. Why did I say the morph ball could be here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's gonna give... Oh, there's Gravity Suit. Baby Seed.
It is a baby seed.
It's Baby Seed. Early Suit, early morph. I mean, it might be a little bit before MM2 gets to that morph, but he's gonna start running out of things to do unless the game gives you, like, speed, screw, Dark World access. We're already 1/3 of the way to that last one.
Mm-hmm. And for now, Ramond's keeping track. He's doing Uncle, getting some PBs.
See? Baby Seed. There's Charge Beam. And a vanilla lamp drop, because we already had the lamp. It's 5 rupees. Thanks, game.
Yeah. You have Char Beam, Ice Beam, Gravity Suit. Easy C now. And some E-Tanks as well.
You know, E-Tanks are just a suggestion here.
You do need, I think, 3 to finish the game. But I might be wrong on the number.
You need 3 with Varia.
Yeah.
If you don't have Varia, you need 6, because the Rainbow Beam will do double damage.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I know you need like 3, usually, but yeah.
Yeah, with the 80%, you know, with both suits, you would need 3. And not get hit. Alright, that's a bunch of cool stuff in Kakariko, but nothing truly amazing other than, you know, the Gravity Suit, the Charge Beam.
Ice Beam. You know.
Yeah, Ice Beam's okay.
Thanks.
Ice Beam takes away the need to get 15 power bombs for Turing at the end of the game. It's just showing up, says, well, everything's easy.
Yep.
That's a 0, so that's either money or arrows, or the 10 bomb.
I think it's arrows.
Probably arrows. Yeah, 10 arrows. Let's go. What do we have in Link's house? Heart container. That's where Ramond got his 4th heart. Okay. They don't want to run out of ammo, Aussie.
I mean, I would have grabbed those ammo as well, but like, I'm known to grab every ammo I see. Because I'm not that good in SM. And the more ammo I have, the happier I am. Same with E-Tanks and reserves.
We're gonna go rescue the old man. I guess some of us just don't like Kakariko Village.
I mean, maybe Ramond will find about all, and there's something of Sick Kid.
There's plenty for him to do in A Link to the Past right now that we've already seen MM2 doing, but there's also a lot he can do in Super Metroid. He's got 10 power bombs and a morph ball. So starting down here at Business Center wouldn't be a bad call.
And also you can get the items book location, he might be killing Crate too. I don't know his ammo situation though, but...
I mean, we have at least the same amount of regular missiles. I don't know if Ramond sees supers.
I don't know, actually, yeah. You need supers to go to Crate.
You do need supers to go through. Hey, look, silvers.
I thought they were an Eastern.
No, the morph ball was an Eastern.
Yeah, I know.
So you put something you don't need in a dungeon you're not going to, and then one player gets it, the other player is never getting it. And then you put silvers on the path, and you just call it more of a baby seat. Yeah, 510. So we have, we're not going to Crate on this gear. We're actually not even able to check Spazer on this gear either.
No, but I think you go look at the item boots since you're here.
Yeah, you do these 3 checks.
Yeah.
You do need to farm a little bit of ammo back up, though, possibly. And we get more missiles. Hooray! Missiles!
And more PBs on MM2 side in Icewood Cave.
Hey, look, more missiles! Yay! Oh my
First,
god.
yay!
Absolutely bailed out. Alright, so we can go to crate on 10.5.
15-5.
15. Oh, well.
You were not lying. You didn't have to pick up those missiles, but
A little
I
water
wasn't
walk
saying that to
action.
you. Yeah.
MM2 finds more missiles. This, I have to believe, is Kakariko now.
I kind of hope so, like at this point.
Yeah, but now he's got options as to how he can tackle
Mhm.
from which direction he wants to angle Super Metroid. We don't have high jump boots, though. So if you start down below, you're probably staying down below. Volcano Burna behind the flippers. That could come into play later.
I'm just probably going to Uncle right now. Escape. Maybe.
I would think so. He's going to do the front of escape with the bombs. We do know that we have the key, so... I mean, this is faster if you have a sword. It's not faster if you hug the spear guard.
But the spear guards want a hug, Ruby.
But it's clunky, cold, unfeeling metal.
Yeah, but hugs.
Alright, so we're going to see all the goodies picked up again on the left side of your screen. The gravity suit, the charge beam, the ice beam.
Some supers, some power bomb, some missiles.
Magic floating pancakes. Love to see it.
I'm curious what Front of Escape has for us on MM2 side.
I mean, we'll find out in just a moment. Doesn't have a lot of material to work with here. I'm going to go ahead and do the old bomb escape. If you have the key from the back, you actually don't need to kill him.
It's also a force of habit as well. Of you always kill that guard. And...
You know, if you know bomb escape, you're just doing bomb escape. You don't care about whether or not you need the key.
But I guess you could have saved 2 bombs out of it.
Ooh, you grab that, because that's going to be handy with that Kena Burna in your pocket here. $5. Now, do we see the map?
I don't think we've seen the map.
He leaves that key. Like, MM2, please. So either this is the map, or it's in the back.
Yeah.
Not the back, the Dark Cross. Oh, we didn't want that heart drop.
I think I would have let myself get hit by the guard while throwing
I
the
would
punch.
have taken the ball and chain another punch or two before picking up the pot.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the map is in Dark Cross.
Map is in Dark Cross. Okay, so MM2 only has a couple plays right now. You can go up the mountain to rescue the old man. We can go down to the morph pedestal, because that's the only logical check you have in Super Metroid without the morph ball right now. That we haven't seen, that is. He can... that was 10 arrows.
There's also Agina.
There's also Gina.
Yeah, that we haven't seen.
And then for MM2, there's Eastern.
Yes.
We saw the morph ball was in the big key chest of Eastern.
That's why we have the lamp early, for that morph ball. I guess we also have Zora with the glove.
Ooh, no. Ew.
I mean, it isn't logic. They don't have the money for it, but it
Well,
is
you can
logic.
get the money.
Yeah.
It's just not fun to have to get the money for Zora.
No, it's not. But at least they don't have flippers, so they can hood them pretty easily. But I guess with the glove, it's the same.
I mean, we do have tier 1 20 rupees off the tree.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Also.
I mean, farming is not hard, it's just tedious. Oh, I like this little wrinkle for Ramond. He's doing something I like to do. He's gonna go pick up some more bombs, but I would imagine he goes left here. Yeah. All the way to Agina's cave.
Yeah, you might say we quit out of Agina's to go back to SM. With a quick reset. Because Ramond has the morph ball and has a lot to do. In SM.
We mean a lot. There's a
Yeah.
ton of checks open in SM right now. Only 100 item locations in Super Metroid, and I would say a good half of them are actually available.
Like a lot of Brinstar is in Logic. Probably some in Meridia as well.
Yeah, Lower Meridia is available. The thing with Meridia, though, is logically you can't get up Mount Everest. I mean, that's not going to stop us. We'll just gravity jump, but... Still love doing this Moonfall.
And what does Hagina have today? An E-tank, okay.
It's only our second E-tank, by the way. And this is the reset ship. Nothing on the morph pad, just 20 bucks. What would be awkward here is if there's like a bow in the ceiling. Well, that's a reset. Yeah, there's nothing to be had here. Ramond's gonna do some get around wall jumps and go straight into Gauntlet. Now, this isn't in logic with our gear right now, but there are 3 fast and easy checks you can make here. We have plenty of power bombs to do it. Ice might actually put the ceiling in logic. I forgot we had Ice Beam. You don't usually think about Ice Beam. Like, not on its own. This is tricky, running through the gauntlet with gravity. You don't have that little protection against the acid without Varia. So you can actually fall in and just walk through and take a ton of damage.
And now we have the Eastern play from MM2. You'll find the morph ball there.
Indeed he will. Indeed he will. And I would imagine we'll probably see an immediate reset to ship from him as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Back a gauntlet, just a heart container and some missiles. Probably going to leave the missiles there. Yep, we already have 40. What we need is something a little more powerful than missiles. To being a little cash savvy here does pick up some money next, those little 2 pots next to where the big key was in Eastern Palace, because Zora might very well be on his mind if he doesn't know what he's looking for is actually here.
I mean, yeah, he has Zora, Agina, and Eastern in Logic. So yeah, Zora is in mine. Is mine, sorry.
I like this choice to come down here to get the items at Eticoons first, because we need power bombs, and this is a good place to get them.
this is a good place to power bombs refill. I agree.
Sometimes the deboosts play nice, and sometimes you get picked on by a B-Tom. Alright, MM2, maybe about 15 minutes later than we saw on the other screen, we'll get his morph ball. Bingo. And then the save and quit. Oh,
I would have grabbed that 300 while I was there.
I probably would have too, but I think that we're not thinking about money, and we're thinking about the mock ball and actually getting the items here.
Yeah, I agree, but like, you're down there, like, might as well grab the 300.
I'll be a little salty if he actually goes back under there to pick it up on his way out.
Yeah, MM2 is doing the same route as Ramond, he's doing the gauntlet first.
Yeah, this is a standard way of tackling the Bryn loop. As soon as you hit Super Metroid, you just run through Gauntlet as long as you're comfortable, and then go down into Bryn Star. I did not know a power bomb placed there. Oh, do be careful, MM2.
Yeah, I've learned about it during this tournament, that there are fireflies there that give power bombs.
Yeah,
It is good knowledge.
Yeah, the fireflies at that missile refill station will drop a power bomb 101.6% of the time. And a large health if you're full on power bombs. It's 101.6 out of 102. The drop system in Super Metroid is weird. At least it's not the Armos Knight's damage table from Link to the Past.
Oh, at least. At least.
Alright, just some supers here at Mission Impossible. You're not going to complain about finding more and more and more super missiles. We already have the ammo to dispatch Ridley, should we need to.
This is a nice spawn spur skip made by Ramond.
Yep, Spore Spawn skip. For a little more energy, and shooting up the drop-down shaft. It's one of the longest falls in the game. You can actually, if you had to fight Spore Spawn to do that, you can actually do a moonfall through that crumble block. It's not easy to do, though. Also not something you're likely to see. What's the magic number? 15 is a good, healthy number of power bombs.
You don't have to worry much about power bombs now. With 15.
Yeah, but if we didn't have Ice Beam, that's the magic number that gets you through Turian without a refill. 15 allows you to Crystal Flash also. Since you need 1 to lay a power bomb and 10 to, use up the ammo to do so. 35 supers leaving Big Pink. Crazy. Now, even crazier, 35 supers, not half an hour into the seed. Wowie. That's 40 supers.
I mean, I'm not saying no to having that much supers in the game.
I mean, how big is your magazine that you're carrying that many rockets?
It's pretty big.
Ooh, that is the Bombos medallion. Sitting in the item to the left of Morph Pet. And we'll get to see a couple things that MM2 did not get to see because he came down here without the Morph Ball. So at the Alpha Missile today, we are waiting on... Okay. Our coin collection is 2 out of 3. There's Quake.
And we may never need the ether as well.
We may never need any of these, depending on where the bosses ended up. Oh.
I mean, we need one of these for sure. Because we already know 2 pendants location, and
Right,
none of them are Myra and TR.
2 pendants in the light world, and then we have 7 crystals and 4 boss tokens just kind of strewn about too.
Next one container reserved in Billy Maze.
Unfortunately, we've gone to slideshow mode on that side, so... The next thing we're going to see is more than likely going to be the Old Mother Brain Tank in Ruin Turian here, on your way back up the shaft. I appreciate going for these power bombs when you only have 3. It saves a little bit of time. I'm playing the Ice Beam, there you go. That is why that's in logic. Alright, you can tell Ramond's really not worried about money.
Yeah, he didn't grab that 50, didn't grab that 300. Now I'm just going to grab the Bumpos, the Quake, and the other things that were there, like some ammos as well.
I'd like to go up and get the heart container and the reserve tank from Billy Mays also. And really, MM2 is just on Ramond's tail right now. The slideshow continues with the 230 missile being exactly as it says on the tin, and then the bomb Teresa will be our next play.
And he might go to wreck ships afterward, maybe Alpha and PB's missiles. And Beta missiles, I should say.
Wreck ship's not in logic right now.
Is it not with the gravity?
I think the game wants you to have high jump on normal.
Oh, probably, I don't know.
You know, Samus.link/logic will tell you what is and what is not expected of our runners as we progress with different item sets. I mean, that wouldn't stop anybody from just doing a CWJ. It's in logic going through Forgotten Highway. Which is not something I am interested in doing.
I mean, at this point, I think you're just going to gravity jump to go there. Or...
I would
like
imagine we just
whatever.
go down the shaft. Well, I'm wrong. I'm often wrong, so... Might be just peeking the item. That's the hammer.
We want that.
We really want that.
We only need Moonbro for Dark Roll access now.
Yeah, he went back through the door. So we're grabbing the hammer and we're going.
I have no idea what Ramond just picked right now.
Yeah, some of these items we're gonna miss just because drop packets are drop packets. Once they drop in the tubes of the internet, you can't just pick them back up.
I mean, we're probably going to see it on MM2 side, so I'm not that much worried, to be honest.
True. Now, does MM2 consider wreck ship? Obviously, he's probably gonna peek the hammer.
Oh yeah, for sure. And now we're done with the slideshow. Oh.
Oh, yay. Yep, we're going. Here's the grab jump.
And nicely executed from MM2.
We have plenty of ammunition to take care of everything over here. The one thing we can't really do, because we don't have speed booster, we can't get the wreck ship reserve item.
No, but we can look at it. We can, you know...
Oh yeah, we can peek at it from up top. But why would you wanna?
I mean, you're there. You might as well want to know if you need to come back or not. Otherwise, you're just going to last locate that item.
With no jumping systems, doing anything in the attic is actually kind of slow. It might be something that a runner would bite the bullet on.
Probably, yeah.
Now, do we open up Meridia? Not until after we fought Kraid. As if Kraid is actually a fight. It's more of a prom dance. We have our first actual Super Metroid boss on the screen in Fan 2 for MM2. There's the cape. Going ham on Fantoon with some missiles, little Doppler strats there. Didn't get a lot of shots in on that first volley, but this one is good. There you go. A good 3-round Fantoon from MM2. Just a little bit late for the Kraid quick kill there on Ramond's side. We have our prize here. We have a red crystal. Okay. Unfortunately, we did not get to see what Kraid dropped, so... I mean, it'll be evident if we have a map or something. two different little thoughts here. Going through wrecked ship, obviously it's a good series of checks after clearing a boss that you need to clear anyway, versus taking care of Kraid and doing the lower parts of Zebes here. Looking for a Moon Pearl. I think maybe it's just in Meridia?
Yeah, it might be in Merida, as far as we know. Maybe in the Resurrection? Probably? We have a couple of more checks in SM. That could be the Moon Pearl.
MM2 did not save, so we're going to look at this item, pick it up. Picking that up for sure, that's half magic. And then reverse course. Oh man. No, those crabs are jerks. You don't want to touch them, but you also don't want to, like, ignore them. And crab supers turned into crab missiles. Ouch. Spikes hurt just a little bit.
And now we're going to see Mama Turtle from Ramond. Well, and she's going the attic of the workshop.
Yeah, I mean, MM2, one of the, you could say a household name. There's the Fire Rod, and that doesn't do anything for us immediately, but it's a very important item to have. And we really don't have the means to pick it up right now.
But it's good information, now you know where it is.
Oh yeah. Question in chat, is MM2 in Go mode yet? He was in Go mode by the time the seed loaded up, because he's MM2. Yeah, all he needs is X-Ray, and he can do anything he wants. He's not going to, obviously, but... We're saying heck to logic. There's our first bottle! That could be something important, too.
It could be.
Of course, bottles always come empty, and they will always be filled with a green goo if you were to visit a wishing well. So we got a few more interesting items here. Yeah, MM2 did not peek the Wreck Ship Reserve item, did he?
Oh,
there's the Titan's mitts in the beach missile. Two bottles. Two bottles in Wreck Ship. Yeah, if you have Ice Beam, it's actually a lot easier to just freeze these guys and wall jump off of them. Otherwise, the vanilla intended strats to do this room are not great.
And the mirror and the reserve, there where someone was. I don't know the item locations here.
Yes, watering hole with the mirror. So you have mitts and mirror behind a can fly or speed booster, basically, or grapple. That mirror is going to be kind of important here because it gives us a ton more to look at on the mountain now. The Tower of Hera, for instance, is a dungeon we can clear, and it is a crystal. Ramond setting up to snail clip here. Where in the world is the Morph Pearl? Nice, beautifully done snail clip. Makes that look easy. The hook shot is behind the speed booster. So speed is absolutely our progression now.
It is. Like, we found mirror beyond speed, we found hook shot beyond speed. That's all of the mountain.
We found, you know, mirror, hook shot, Titan's mitts. And a look tells us that's a red boomerang. MM2 is done with wrecked ship and he's not coming back. Yeah, there's a grapple beam to actually put, you know, everything except for the hookshot and logic. And that's interesting for MM2 because he hasn't gone down Red Tower just yet. He can actually do X-ray on his way down.
And you're correct about this. This is like a nice routing choice from MM2. Now he doesn't have to isolate the X-ray location.
It just kind of works out. The X-ray's just on the way now. And could very well have Speed Booster itself. Ramond doing the sand pits real quick here. We saw a bottle in the right sand pit. He resets out of that. I think we're leaving.
Yep, we're leaving. There was nothing there.
I mean, nothing there. And also, we just got a whole bunch of stuff that we know isn't in play just yet. And the logic is silly. Like, it was Gamma that pointed out earlier. Going up Forgotten Highway to go into Wrecked Ship from the back was actually what the game's asking us to do. To get the grapple beam, to go through Mount Everest, to get your mitts, your mirror, and the knowledge of the fire rod that we can now get with the grapple beam that Ramond can't without a jumping system or, you know, going to kill Phantom. I don't think that's on his mind right now. I think there's a whole bunch to do on the mountain, and that is where we are headed.
Yeah, we can do all the mountain. We have King's Tomb as well. They might try to do King's Tomb on his way to Dark Roll.
Well, we can't do all of the mountain. Because we don't have the Moon Pearl. So we could do Super Bunny, but not... Well, it could be. It could also just not exist.
Also true.
And it could also be right here. It's not. MM2 thought about it. I would take a mail upgrade if it was in front of me. Alright, the Light World Hype Cave, not named Mini Worm Cave here in Paradox. Or Paramondox. It sounded like Sankheart and the two chicks there. Didn't get to see what the other one was.
Sankheart or a heart piece, do we feel?
You would have heard the heart piece pick up first.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like that. So we have no idea what we're finding right now.
I mean, I know we found some money with the sound.
You know, you say you found some money. Why did MM2 just pick up Greg?
Because it's Greg.
Well, we do have the Moon Pearl because that is the normal Dark Death Mountain theme.
Yep.
So the Moon Pearl was somewhere in Paradox Cave. MM2 is just doing some cleanup here, and right now MM2 has that wrecked ship play on Ramond, and Ramond has that Moon Pearl advantage. He's had that. He's got the mitts and mirror in hand. He's got the hook shot. MM2 will probably end up getting the hook shot also, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I'll be surprised if he doesn't get the hook shot.
Yeah, not knowing the snail clip cost me my SGL race.
Oh no!
Against the very amazing A0187. She completely killed that seed. Oh, we don't get a look at the Dark World map? we get to see a faded out corner of the Dark World map. We do have crystals, it looks like, on Pod, Mire, and Ice, which means there we go. They're dependents on Skullwoods. We got to see a flicker of it. That means everything else is definitely required. So we will be visiting Ridley today. Ah, it's Spiral Cave. Okay. Yeah, he has Moon Pearl somewhere in Paradox Cave that we can't actually see which check it was because of the unfortunate reality that when Internet and Twitch don't want to play nice, you get all the audio and only some of the video. So yeah, we have Dark World access, we have Mitts, we have Hammer, we have Moon Pearl. We have a broken out-of-logic hookshot that we can use to take care of some other things. We're going to go up to Hera here, I believe.
Seems like it. This will be around to maybe Spike Cave.
You know what we don't have, Pichu?
What don't we have?
We don't have a sword yet.
Oh no! But they have hammer.
But I mean, like, we don't have a sword yet. Like, we're talking about all this stuff that's making the seed feel free, and we just don't have a sword.
I mean, they'll find two eventually because they need two to be Ganon. They're probably going to find more because, you know, having tempered butter is good.
I mean, we'll need a bow to finish the seed too, and we happen to have silver arrows, so even 2 swords is going to be enough for Ganon. Because that fire rod they'll get picked up for MM2.
Are those 3 bombs as well?
You got the Hera pot done by Ramond here. We don't know. We must have seen the big key in the first 2 checks, because I believe he dropped in... No, he didn't.
He doesn't have the small key.
Oh, he did open the big chest, because we saw a frame of that. There's a small key, he opened the big chest. Oh, shoot. Goodbye to Moldorn.
For a reserve. And I don't know if it's the first item or it's both items.
Well, we have a key in hand, so I would be willing to hope there's not an item in the basement. And we're leaving, so we must have both items or just not care about the basement.
Yep,
probably. Spike Cave, actually. That's an absolute tease there, for it to just start coming back to real time on the save and quit screen. So we don't know what was in Spike Cave. We do know that we have a lot we can do here in the Dark World. And we're going to start with Hype Cave.
You might do Hype Cave up to Village of Outcast here.
Yeah, with no flute, but yes, Mitts and Mirror, you can do that. Spazer. We have Plasma on his tracker right now.
Yep.
Do you pick up plasma somewhere out there too?
Somewhere, yeah. I have his own stream open.
Okay.
So when like you have a slideshow, like I can still know what items you found.
MM2's going for the snail clip. He's being bullied by the other snail. There we go, we got it. And that means M2 will have his hookshot.
The other grapple beam. The link to pass grapple beam.
It's the tickle beam.
Tickle beam. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you call it the tickle beam on the pedestal, but that's what it is. Oh my god. All these supers with charge ice plasma. This is ridiculous. M2 probably gonna do the same thing that we saw. Oh, that's the grapple beam, friend. There's their money in a bottle in the right sandpit. Didn't see anything of note in the left sandpit.
Nope. I mean, there was nothing in the same pit except of that bottle. But MT has two. Has one bottle. He skipped one of them.
He left one in Middle Ocean because he already picked up the one in the attic of Wreck Ship. So that's a check that Ramond deciding to skip out on a bottle where we know where two of the other ones are. And hopefully there's nothing on the Lazy Kid. There's a reset from the left sandpit. Do you think what I think in here?
I think what you think is here. I think he's going to kill, not Dragoon, but the other one.
We're at least doing Batwoon here, yeah.
Batwoon, yeah.
And actually, I can see him taking this all the way to Dragon.
I can see that too.
Little ice clip. Perfecto.
Nicely done.
I'm telling you, watching MM2 play is crazy. Guess we got powder somewhere.
It was somewhere on the mountain.
Okay. We didn't see most of the mountain, let's be completely honest with you.
Oh, that's our tier access.
Yeah, we completed our coin collection now.
That's our tier access, so...
Yeah, once we
needed that.
Actually, we're not far from being able to just clear Turtle Rock, too. We need the cane, we need a sword, and we need the ice rod. And Ramond will need to go get the fire rod, which... It might be a little bit before he does this.
Nice ook speed to do the bags faster.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. And that's actually genius. Because normally you just hammer dash through, but in the case that we have no sword right now, that's the fastest way you can do it. Well, swordless tech, yeah. Swordless is a mode of this randomizer. It is not how this tournament is operating. There's still plenty of action here, too. Like, oh my god. Is that all of the supers, almost? It's gotta be, right?
I think so.
I totally gave the game 80 supers, so... We've got to be getting close.
Yeah, I think Ramond has like 55, 60, at least.
tournament's starting to get into its later stages here. This is one of 3 matches we have on the schedule for this week. These guys are playing again Wednesday and then Friday, almost the same time each day. Wednesday, it's a half hour later. But we got more action coming up tonight, too. Tony T. Young and Flip Heel will start their best of 3 series at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's going to be a good match to watch as well.
Okay, that's the other red crystal on Dragon. Yeah, Tony coming off of a very well-played set where he takes down Andy. And his reward is he gets to play against Flip Heel. And Flip Heel is no slouch. So Dragon out of the way for MM2. This opens up the plasma beam room, but I don't think he's thinking about going there just now.
No, MM2 won't do plasma. I'll be shocked if he does plasma.
He's got no way to actually get out of plasma. It's a point of no return.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be probably a world transit here at the refill below Coliseum. And I would be hard-pressed to believe he does anything other than Mountain now, with the hookshot and the hammer.
Yep. That's the biggest density that we have now for MM2.
It's also exactly what he has left. He can't really do much else. You don't have Speed Booster to do anything in the checks that we can't do without Speed Booster. You don't have Varia, so you're not going up into Norfair at all for anything, unless you want to ignore the fact that Varia exists.
Yeah, I think for now you stick with logic. You need your Moon Pearl. That's what you're looking for now.
Alright, so we'll get to see everything that was anything that was picked up by Ramond on the mountain. That includes the Moon Pearl that's here in Paradox Cave, the powder that we know we need to get into TR, and anything else that was fun and dandy, like that Sanctuary Heart there.
And plasma somewhere. The mountain.
And in the big chest of Thieves Town, we get $20. Yay!
Yay!
Retirement money.
Yay! And now we're going to see a hammer blind from Ramond. At least for the first part. Maybe he'll use burnout for the last phase.
Because he doesn't have a lot of magic to use Burno with, but he probably won't need it, because we got Mirror Shield to block the fireballs. And as already demonstrated, Ramond knows how to play swordless. MM2 with all that map information for himself now. 7 plinks. See? Friends? This is why you like your sword. Your shield. You like your shield. You like your sword, too. Don't be hating on those shields.
Here's the powder that MM2 will need for the ether.
To see if that keep leads to anything here on Bumper, it does not. It's Greg.
Hello, Greg.
That one's staying there.
Yes.
Ramond got a map from Blind.
Yes.
Do you mean the prize drop? That was a Super Metroid boss token. Alright, so Plasma is blocked by speed. If we care. And we can go almost anywhere with that flute.
We can't admire because no sword. Yeah, we can go anywhere.
Yeah. We can't enter Mire because no sword. We can't enter TR because no sword or cane. And we can't enter Swamp because no flippers. But we can go almost everywhere.
Yep.
And there's one other place we can't really feasibly go. Lower Norfair. Because no Varia. I mean, enough E-tanks and enough determination and plenty of ammo. You can go do Lower Norfair. Except you don't have screw or speed, so you'll need those power bombs to get through rooms such as, you know, the pillar room, whatever it's called. I forgot the name of a room for a game that I've been following since 2016. Goodness gracious. And playing since like 1996.
I never learned room names in SM, to be honest. Yeah, and Ram was going to turn the purple chest after activating the flute that he found.
You stole his money. How dare you?
Yeah, he stole his lunch money.
Forget his lunch box is his lunch money. Alright, there's the Hera Crystal for MM2. And he's decided to go back in, which means there is something in Hera Basement, and Ramond chose not to check it.
I mean, aren't that almost point like you have all dark roll like, and this is one item versus I don't know, like 30-ish dark roll?
Yeah, this could be nothing. It could be a sword, it could be Varia, it could be cane, it could be a Canfly. I would hate to see a Canfly here. You know which one I'm thinking of.
I
Just
don't.
remember, Link was not the inventor of the bomb jump. And there's the flippers. Okay.
Now we have all of Swamp. With the hammer, hookshot, flippers, mirror.
Not logically. Oh my gosh! A Cave of Samaria is in Hera Basement. Well,
we will need that.
The turns have tabled a little bit here for MM2. Because it might be a little bit before Ramond goes back to that with all of this access now. Now, that doesn't immediately give us things to do that involve the Cane of Samaria. Unfortunately, we still don't have a sword. So, we will not be able to go into Mire or TR as of right now. We do have the Fire Rod. So we can go clear out Ice Palace, albeit swordless. I mean, that flute's in a spot, too. Oh, high jump boots. You're happy to see those at this point. In terms of things that would have to be in a bad spot like Hera Basement, that's actually good in comparison. Because you might say, oh, he's never going back for Hera Basement. Like, where else is he gonna go? He can't clear Meyer or TR without the cane. You're eventually gonna get suckered into doing things that need the cane. And possibly looking for the cane.
I mean, the cane is fun to have for ice breaker. But like, I'm sure you can like buff for your skin. Ice Blast Bum Jump.
Oh yeah. I mean, and if Coaster drops you a key, you'll know that the game is expecting you to have the cane anyway. In fact, here comes... Are we going to Swamp? I think we're going to Swamp.
I mean, you go to Swamp, it's a token. Like, you need to clear Swamp.
Oh, MM2 remembering he has 2 red crystals from 2 bosses in SM, and he's going to check this pyramid. Yeah, new checks. We have the Pyramid Fairy, and we have the pyramid itself that we haven't seen either player go to yet, because this is actually MM2's first foray into the Dark World.
Also, can you believe we are 1 hour in and we don't have a sword?
Can you believe these 2 runners have given us an hour of fantastic content and should be followed right now? Like, honestly, go follow these guys. MM2 is fantastic at Super Metroid, if you haven't noticed. Ramond is super good at swordless and cross keys, and apparently he's got some SM skill I didn't know he had. So, my God, there's Varia Suit! Varia behind Pyramid Fairy! SM's in go mode right now. You can do everything you want in Super Metroid except a couple of the speed lock checks.
Yep, but like, you can beat Relay, you can do a bunch of things in Warfare. Like, we're only missing what? 2 swords and an ice rod?
Oh, we're snubbing Catfish to go to the graveyard, and this is going to yield a flute for MM2. Oh my goodness. We do need a bow to
Oh yeah, and the bow. Yes.
to clear out Pod, and of course we're probably not going back to Eastern unless there's something on the green pendant. How many items do we see in Eastern? Was Morph Ball the last one?
I think so. Oh no!
Oh no. Hey Ramond, you need to save and quit, my man. Because that's out of bounds. That Ropa's a jerk. Okay. I think if we were to look at that, we would say we were disadvantaged by being out of bounds and not do anything,
Yes.
anything more of that. That Ropa can hit you into some of these janky slopes and cause some not nice things to happen, as we just witnessed. Yeah, Ikir, it was Lamp Behind Saha Moonball, or Morph Pearl, whichever you want to call it, at the very back of... I'm watching the setup for the current jump. It's down to like a timing. You're just gonna... Just kill the Hinox! He's just gonna stand in your way. That's our last bomb here, too. We got it on the last bomb. Amazing.
GG, 72.
Alright, we have a visit to Zora.
Supers?
You don't even need them, right? You don't even need them?
No, but you're there. Pick it up.
You just don't need them at this point. There's so many supers.
I think the goal of this match is to get all of the supers.
You actually think they're like, I'm gonna find all 80 supers before you?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I wouldn't be surprised, but no. The case I'd make for not wanting to do Lorne Warfare with that Varia Suit pickup for MM2 is with what jumping systems? We know where high jump is. That's it.
No, it's in Penang Desert.
Yeah. Like, how are you getting out of the screw attack room, first off? You'd have to do, like, a door jump or something, right?
Yes, I think so. The screw attack room is the one next to Gold Teresa?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do it with die jumps.
Ike, Varia is in the pyramid. You need both the red crystals from Dragon and Phantoon to get it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's also not in logic.
Need the speed, if I'm correct.
Yeah, speed is the thing keeping us from that right now.
No. What isn't?
Well, not even.
Oh, speed is a bait jump, maybe. Because you need to get out of Dragoon. Correct.
Effectively, a can fly, because we don't have a way out of Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide Varia behind not one but two Super Metroid bosses. Because like half of Varia on each pedestal behind you. Gotta fit too. Oh, never mind. There's space jump on the bottle that we got out of Wreck Ship, and Ramond did not pick up a bottle.
They skipped the ball in their sandpits.
They reset away the bottle that was in right sandpit, so now not only are we probably thinking lower Norfair, it's just been put into logic. Oh, and there's the X-ray scope. That would be MM2's go mode. Another key item on a single bottle. No, we have knowledge of 3 bottles.
Yes.
There are 2 in Wreck Ship, 1 in the attic, 1 in Middle Ocean, and 1 in right sandpit that Ramond reset out of. Alright, so we know there's nothing directly here that MM2 needs to pick up between Mire Shed. And you don't need the high jump boots, but he's going to be happy to see those. The flippers and checkerboard, on the other hand, are quite important.
Die jump boots are a quality of life at this point. I don't think he's going to refuse having die jump boots.
Well, he's going to check it. He's going to be happy to see it, even though he doesn't necessarily need it.
Yeah. It's like half magic. You don't actually need it, but like, you know, it's a good quality of life.
Yeah, the problem here isn't that MM2 is just finding more and more nice things. The problem is MM2's found one thing that you need that his opponent is not going back to anytime soon with that Kane and Hera basement.
Even that space jump, is that a good spot for Ramond? But like, he needs a bottle, then after that it's kind of free.
Well, it goes back to the pulling everything out of Meridia and then just continuing. Now Dragon puts the Varia in play. Ramond hasn't been to Wreck Ship yet. So on paper, it looks like they're doing similar things. Like MM2 is following Ramond through A Link to the Past as we speak. But MM2 has so much more done in Super Metroid. And the advantage of items that are gated by that and skipped by Ramond. So this is a pretty hefty lead for MM2 at this point. You do the checkerboard, and then I would be hard-pressed at this point not to go into Lower Norfair with what I've just picked up.
Yeah, at this point you can go to Norfair because you want to maybe find a sword. To make Swamp easier, to make Thieves Down easier.
To make Skullwoods doable, even though it's a pendant. You need a sword to open the other 2.
To be able to go to DR, and Mire, most likely.
Do menu boss time, because we don't have another way of killing Argus. We don't have a bow, we don't have a rod.
Well, we have these silvers.
Well, we don't have the bow, though. Are we gonna just shoot, like, throw these silver arrows like darts?
Yeah.
Get no piercing power that way. And we get to also see if this space jump is blocking an item here at the Gold Terrizzo. And wouldn't you know it, Pichu, that's a
It's
sword.
a sword. 1
That's
hour
a
and 50
sword.
minutes.
And we have to go around to get that. You know, the rich get richer kind of feeling here. I'm not a fan. Ramond, where are you going?
He's going to Meridia from the back door.
Yeah, he's gonna go take care of Dragon now. That's actually probably a good idea.
Instead, have the grapple beam to make the to fight faster. But without the supers, you know, it should be an easy fight.
Yeah, a well done ammo kill is actually about as fast as setting up to quick grapple Dragon. Because you just lay a power bomb on her swoop and gloop, and then just lay into her with missiles. We do also have charge, plasma, and X-ray. Microwave shrimp, anyone?
Yeah, we can also. You're right. We can also microwave Dragoon.
We have 70. We have 70 supers for Ramond. That's so many supers.
It's not enough supers, Ruby. I'm sorry. It's not enough.
We're not playing. We're not playing Kojak percent. We don't need. We don't need the maximum number of missiles you can carry.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I'll trust you.
You know what? In this situation, I'm going back and I'm doing Meyer now. But, you know, you might want another sword. Or a bow.
We can mire with fluid and meds. It's pretty easy. Like, I think I'll do the rest of Norfair just to get maybe a better equipment to kill Vitreous.
Nah, fighter sword spins for the win.
Yeah. When you find a bow, you have silvers, and it's...
Well, silly, that's because the bow's just to Meyer, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
This didn't go well for Ramond here. We missed the X-ray kill, and we missed the swoop and got picked up. Alright, she's dead.
GG's.
And that's the first of 2 red crystals that we know he'll need to pick up.
So I just noticed that the bow fronters has over 100 missiles as well.
I think one of our tournament administrators had something to say about picking up missiles willy-nilly like that. Now we got more than enough equipment to kill any boss in Super Metroid, and enough to, like, missile kill some of them.
Exactly. And we have Plasma Charge Ice. You only miss Wave at this point.
I mean, Wave is the best beam, is it not?
It is. I agree.
A little bit peeved with this super power bomb count for MM2. He has just enough to get through Wasteland, and then he's got to farm before Ridley.
Yep.
There's a reason we call this the power bombs of shame. It's missiles of shame today. Why are we still picking up ammo?
Because he wants to make us crazy? Maybe, I don't know.
He doesn't need to do anything to make us crazy.
Yeah, he just has to play the game. And, you know.
Imagine being in the same room as him when he was on a keyboard and not the hitbox.
Imagine sitting
Clickety
next
clack.
to him while he plays SM during a tournament match.
MM2 was the clickety-clacketiest keyboard player in the West.
Oh yeah.
And now he's on a hitbox and he's killing it. Shoutouts to any keyboard warriors still out there. You and I both know one quite well, actually.
Yeah, we do. We do. And they are in your team in another tournament. If you're thinking about us in person.
Indeed. Ridley with the Ridley boss token. Of course, of course.
And the Ramond is also on keyboard. I didn't know that.
That's kind of neat, actually. Oh, jeez. Ramond going into Super Metroid from the Lower North Fair portal is going to see a sword that he can't even pick up. He doesn't even have Varia. This is gutsy right now, actually.
You might just look at the items and reset, yeah. Because I think now he's going to wreck ship.
Yeah, there's the dot oops.
He also needs to remember that he needs to pick out the fire rod out of Nava Turtle.
He does.
He'll need that at some point.
Yeah, because you have a crystal. No, you have a Super Metroid boss actually on Trinex. So we also need to find out where that ice rod is.
It could be anywhere at this point.
It could be in GT technically. Technically.
No.
No, progression for SM can't be in GT.
Yes.
Not in this.
GT is locked between 7 crystals and 4 tokens, so ice rod cannot be in GT.
But what about second ice rod?
Oh, maybe. I mean, no, second ice rod is on Trinex. I'm sorry. Yep. Nice PBs for MM2.
You know, since he didn't really have any.
What do you mean? He has 30.
No, he had one in Fire Fleece.
Yeah, I know. But he could have 30. Oh. If he wants to.
Hey, go get that. Go pick that up. You need that.
I can't believe MM2 picked up all the missiles he could, or almost all, but don't pick up the single arrows.
The D! Okay. Okay.
Now we're missing a sword and ice rod to bingo mode.
Yeah, this is, oof. This is kind of rough for Ramond right now.
Yep.
Because he was trailblazing the path for the early parts of the sea, but it's that one little wiggle that MM2 did. No, Super Metroid and Link to the Past SMZ3 does not use the progressive bows. They have a split bow, you know, with the classic bow sprite, the D, and the silver arrows are a separate pickup. So you could have silvers and not have a bow to fire them with, similar to Z1.
I mean, that's what Ramond has. Silvers but no arrow. No bow, I mean.
Yeah, he has a hunk of silver, but no arrow. And no bow. And MM2 has no arrow, because he left it. He left the special arrow at the Hoda Ruby missile. You'll go out of your way to pick up Gregon Spazer, but you won't pick up the best item. Mimi, of course. Ooh, I saw a little moonwalk action there, kind of screwing up the attempt to turn and shoot with the X-ray beam, you could call it. No, we were joking about the double ice rod thing. All right, we're a sword for go mode, Pichu. Where is it?
Could be anywhere. At this
Actually,
point, you might want to get both sword in, like in GT.
Does MM2 have knowledge as to where Ether is?
No. Ether is on Magic Path. Doesn't have the Ether.
Right, so he hasn't actually been to Village of Outcasts at all.
Nope.
So he'll be able to just run through Thieves Town, check Skullwoods if necessary. Wow. I'm not even betting on Croc at this point. I'm just going.
That's why you're clearing your Link to the Past dungeons.
Yeah, so you should be going into ABCD mode, right?
Yes.
I mean, also, MM2 has pretty much everything done in Super Metroid that you need to do. Oh, well, would you look at that there speed booster sitting in the Bubble Mountain the Bubble Mountain drop here. And just like that, the hook shot's in logic. Everything's in logic now.
Everything's in logic.
SM is full clear now. You can get everything.
Yep. But like on the MM2 side, there's not much left to clear.
No, we got the vanilla path to Crocomire. We got just the speed checks. We've done everything in Meridia except for Spring Ball and Plasma. Yeah, he's probably going to go straight up.
We also have the speed check in Brinstar.
Oh, that was a snazzy little jump. Yeah, we're doing this real quick. I mean, this is a fast 2. Again, we're looking for a sword, so...
Yep.
I can see him taking this down to Crocomire, actually.
Well, he's looking for a sword and Ether at this point.
Right, he doesn't know about Ether on Magic Bat. He also has a ton to do in A Link to the Past yet.
Yep.
It's like, this is giving Ramond some time to catch up, but Ramond also doesn't know where Space Jump is, and knows where a sword is, doesn't know where Varia is, but just got the second red crystal.
And doesn't know where Samaria is.
And he's going to pick up this bottle and be so glad that he did. Yeah, that's the big one for Ramond right now. The Cane of Samaria is the elephant in the room, you could say. Mm-hmm. Even though we just killed Phantoon. Yeah, we're vanilla pathing to Crocomire here. I like this. I like this reading into, well, I just got speed, it puts this in logic, but it also puts this in logic, and this is 4 quick checks. Now, if you can handle the Blat Timer, look at Croc. Otherwise, don't look at Croc. Right, don't watch this in a dark room or something like that. Plasma Beam has that piercing property that Crocomire can't do anything about.
Here's the Wave Beam.
We are full wispy at 88 minutes in.
I mean, we're not saying no to the Wave Beam.
That's speed blocking a wave.
Yep. I mean, it is.
Ew.
You're totally correct.
Gonna go bowling over here on the left-hand side of the screen. It's Halloween on the right-hand side of the screen.
That is a good strat on MM2 side.
I mean, You got all kinds of movement system. You can
Yeah.
pretty much do anything you want. I was just sad about the door bonk.
You're right.
I would have loved. I don't know if you can actually make that any tighter, where the door is open and you just fly into it, similar to like doing the ocean fly, for instance. And now we can stand up on Mother Brain, because that's our 7th E-Tech. Ramond hits grapple. That tells him a great many things are in logic now. Although grapple and the bottle, both leading to access to Center Meridia.
So you need to go to Wreck Ship to get access to some part of the Meridian.
You need to go to Wreck Ship to get your Moon Pearl, basically, in logic.
Yep.
MM2 is probably going to leave via the Croc missile here. Croc escape, and then I would imagine at some point you gotta just flip gears and go straight into, clearable dungeons. You got Pod, you got Meyer. You're not doing Meyer with this gear. Actually, you have Silvers now, so maybe you do. I'm gonna get all of our nothing here at the... we were set out of this because we didn't have Morph Ball earlier. I actually forgot that MM2 hadn't come back in here. Attaboy. Not picking up the supers because you don't need them.
No, with 45 you're good. I'm surprised that Ramond skipped looking at the X-ray with that grapple he just found.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Because that just, you basically said that I'm not doing X-ray right now. Or ever, for that matter. We are going to go into Ice Palace for MM2. This is going to be new checks for us here.
And now Ramond is going to get his fire rod, most likely.
Oh, he realized he's going to save Scum X-ray. Yeah, it might be a little bit... I mean, Magic Bat is kind of an out-of-the-way check for MM2. He does need to clear Thieves' Town at some point. He has not touched Village of Outcasts. You're still looking for a sword and ether. So he's probably going to check everything on the path, but he's also clearing dungeons that he needs to clear anyway. I'm going to bet with every rupee in Hyrule that MM2 goes to Magic Bat before Ramond goes to Hero Basement.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Magic Bat is kind of on the way, mostly because MM2 didn't do Thieves' Town yet.
Okay, this isn't even... Oh, jeez. This isn't even going back for X-Ray. This is going to Spring Ball. This is spicy, Ramond. We're save scumming to Spring Ball.
And there's our 4th bow on MM2 side, in Ice Palace. So yeah, you needed the balls in... No, maybe not. Yeah. In Wreck Ship to get the space jump to get to the Moon Pearl. Logically, but I think you're good with the grapple beam.
Yeah, you can get it with grapple, because... Yeah, because Mount Everest is the obstacle, and space jump and grapple both get you through that. Bottom line was you needed to go into Wreck Ship to get anything. Basically. If you're playing by the rules. The logic, the guidelines, the expectations of the devs. It's funny because we're talking about expectations of the devs. This, if you don't drop and learn how to continuously wall jump from the Eticoons, you're not supposed to get this Spring Ball until after you get Space Jump. If you find something there that's great, And if you don't, it just feels in a way. Screw attack. Completely unhelpful now.
But it's fun to have.
Well, it's great to have so you can shut it off when you go to Turian.
Exactly, yeah. I mean...
If you're going to ice Zeb Skip, then you don't want Screw Attack on. Like, MM2 might speed Zeb Skip, though, too. Alright, Ramond's going to pick up his Fire Rod. Fire Rod, on its own, like, the most it's doing right now is giving us an Ice Palace that we can clear anyway. In the case that you have a sword, because we have Bombos. Ramond not having a sword, we don't even know where these other swords are yet. For all we know, we have 3 swords in GT.
Yep. Or maybe the swords are just very buried at this point.
And I'm actually with you, Hydra Power. I think picking up this Fire Rod is the first step in preparing himself to go into Ice Palace looking for stuff. Uh-oh. I say uh-oh because the drop into Mama Turtle's hitbox is not great. Luckily, we have gravity. And I also should have said uh-oh because MM2 getting by on 1 heart on Cold Stare. He does have a red potion.
Never worried for MM2.
Always worry for MM2. When you toe the line like that, that's spoopy. That's very spoopy.
Oh.
Ramond does have a book. A book would be the only reason that he would need to go up to Hera to read Ether, and that would probably be the only time he thinks about doing Hera Basement. And we've seen Hera Basement do Hera Basement things in this tournament. There was an aforementioned set for someone playing later this week where it reared its ugly head and held someone's ice rod hostage.
Well, actually it's worse than Samaria there, I think. Because you do everything before Web Basement.
Oh,
like, Samaria locks some checks.
Yeah. So... Samaria locks 2 dungeons, technically.
Mm-hmm.
It can lock 3, logically. And there's the high jump, or the space jump, rather, for Ramond. He can now go get a sword.
Yay! But it would be helpful if he gets the barrier first out of Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, he does need to do that. He's going to ice right now, though, as we see the pickup of a blue potion.
Mm-hmm.
We also see Palace of Darkness for the first time from MM2. And again, we're looking for exactly a sword, and he doesn't know it yet. But he can go get Ether anytime he wants. Alright, this is the kind of call that I love hearing from chat. This was actually really good. Are we going to hover? Oh, MM2 is going to hover to right side. This is actually one of the hardest hovers in the game right here that isn't like the Turtle Rock hovers. Saves so much time doing that. Is that 4 keys already? My goodness.
Yep, it's 4 keys, so there's might be other keys in BK Chest or Stoffels Basement, but it could be 2 items as well.
You could also, if you get 6 keys, then you would probably hear me saying some words quietly that you can't say on SpeedGaming, unless your name is Zaffikel.
Yep.
Actually, I am guilty too. Vanilla Big Key, you love to see it. And down here is a missile. Okay, just the 4 key front. Thanks, game. One thing I wasn't sure about, was it faster to mirror rather than drop down and go around? Probably, actually. I would think maybe
probably.
5 seconds faster. So Ramond is going to Ice Palace Bomb Jump. He will get his Screw Attack from Ice-T. The extra key, we're just going to go ahead and go Dark Maze from the back here with a Hammer Jump.
It was a nice Palace Bomb Jump from Ramond.
Yeah, when you've been doing it for years, you got it, usually.
Yeah.
Even in the late Advent times, long after the discovery and legalization of Icebreaker, it's been 5 years, by the way, for that. 5 years of Icebreaker? Goodness gracious. I still encourage people to keep up on the Ice Palace bomb jump, because you never know when your cane is just going to be on Cold Stare. Ramond thinking about... What are we thinking about here? Oh, we need to drop down and go right side.
I mean, you could have gone to IC room.
He was thinking about how to best do so faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing any excitement here in Palace of Darkness.
Nope. Nothing. Oh. I mean, the only thing that could have been interesting in Pod for us was a sword. Because we've seen like where the Eater is, the Ice Rod, Varia Suit, Samaria is, and Speed.
So where was that book that MM2 hasn't been? Was that in Thieves Town or Village of Outcasts?
It was Swamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Swamp is another place that we're going to have to go to eventually here.
Yes, indeed.
I might be the only person I know that instead of throwing a boomerang or using an arrow or something, I like to ice rod that crystal switch in the pod basement.
It is a great strat.
I mean, all you're doing is throwing a projectile at the switch. Why it has to be ice rod, I don't know.
Because it's fun throwing an ice rod around, I guess.
It seems pretty cool to use something you don't see utilized very often, like the ice rod. But it's even better to see someone doing something with a short throw distance like the blue boomerang and still nailing it, like we saw MM2 do. Alright, Ramond, go to Ice T.
Oh, he's going to skip it.
RIP Screw Attack. And Halmasaur has an item, because we saw map and compass in Dark Maze. Halma drops us a refund for entry.
Yep.
Oh. We saw Ramond was trying to get the, I splashed the last shot there. Was trying to get the perfect hit on all three as they broke apart. Man, if you know that hammer hitbox, you know that hammer hitbox. That looked easy.
Now we have the Mario play from MM2, and the Ramond will go somewhere. Where we don't know yet.
Well, Ramond has the fire rod now, so he might look at Skullwoods. Probably,
yeah, probably.
not, though. He knows where a sword is, so he might just do Lower Norfair right now. But he doesn't have Varia, because he hasn't done Pyramid Fairy yet. So here's back to okay, changing his mind. I was like, what are we gonna do on the mountain here? Not much.
He might go do
Pyramid Fairy here. Yeah, this would have to be the time to do that.
Pyramid Fairy, he'll find the Varia, he'll go to Norfair, he'll find the bow, he'll go to Pod.
He also hasn't done the Pyramid or Catfish yet, I don't think.
No, he did. No, he did Pyramid Catfish into Zora.
Oh, he did.
Because he got hit by the Europa and, you know, he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I was like, which race am I watching?
Oh.
Who else but Godmire?
Can you believe it's been 1 hour 45 minutes for Ramond and he still doesn't have a sword? He knows where 1 is, but he doesn't have a sword.
Oh, he knows where 1 is, but he can't feasibly get it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the hover from MM2. Okay, dude. I mean, I get it. You do the spike chest first, because if you get the big key there, then it doesn't matter what you get out of the second chest. You can just hover over.
Exactly.
That's the hoverer's Godmire. Because if the first chest is a key or an item, then you get the big key on that chest. You're still hovering over. And here's Varia for Ramond here.
Soon,
Who also has the fire rod.
Yeah, you're correct. I haven't asked the fire rod.
And Lower Norfair is probably the port of call here with that Varia, because we know where a sword is and we're gonna go get it.
Yep.
But in addition to that, it had the bow, it had my arrow,
Ice rod. Yes, the ice rod
it had
as
the
well.
ice rod. It was an upper, but it was still in Norfair.
There's speed. There
Vitreous
was
is
wave
dead.
beam.
Yeah, wave beam behind Croc is... You might see skipping Croc even after picking up speed here.
But at the same time, like, Ramond is missing a lot of things. He's missing Samaria. I mean, I consider like he has the sword, the bow, and the ice rod, like, when he finds speed. So, like, he's still missing, like, Samaria and another sword. And it's 4 items.
Like, I'm just trying to imagine a situation where you intentionally route to Crocomire when you have full dungeons you can now clear.
I mean, you're correct. You're not wrong.
There's that dig back and forth in my head over always be clearing dungeons. Always bet on Croc. Always be clearing dungeons. When do you go back to Croc? Croc's not necessarily required here for the wave beam, by the way.
No, it's not.
In fact, that was all that was down there. Oh, this room is a pain if you don't have a way to deal with these guys. We do. We have charge beam. Ramond, you could have charged those down much faster.
He has the bar bombs to deal with them.
But he took a refill on his way in from the mire area, and he's already lost all the health he refilled.
Yep.
Alright, done with Mire. Found the second item was just a missile, so MM2 now goes to Village of Outcasts for the first time. Hour 47 VOO play. Basically, hour 48, actually.
I think I do want a sword for doing Swamp to just make the Argus fight faster and better.
You can do FS spins on Argus. It's
could,
already faster
but...
than what Ramond did.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like at this point, like doing FS spin versus like master spin, like it's faster to do master spin than fighter spin.
Right, but we don't know where these swords are, my dear. They could be
No,
anywhere.
we don't. But MM2 kind of want a sword, like although he doesn't know where they are. But like if there's a sword in Thieves Town,
Like MM2
which we
is
know
also
there's not.
MM2 is also looking for Ether because he needs Ether for Go mode. Like finding Ether on Magic Bat's gonna put us in GT mode.
Yes.
Assuming he even remembers to do Magic Bat. I mean, he might just snub the Smith Chain entirely and go do something else. But what else does he have to do? Swamp. He has Swamp to do yet.
Got a couple of isolate check in SM.
And we've seen neither run or go into Skull Woods, and I'm sure some Link to the Past players in chat or watching this or thinking about this are in the back of their head, they're going NSSW, NSSW. Never skip Skull Woods. That's well and good, but 2 item Skull Woods pendant out of the way. I mean, we're not even doing VU until almost 2 hours in. I'm probably not going to Skullwoods here unless I absolutely believe that there's something I need.
No, I'll do Swamp before Skullwoods. That's for sure.
Doing Swamp kind of isolates Skullwoods, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like going back to Skullwoods, it's easy with Flute. Like you flute to 3, you go to Dark World, and then you're in Skullwoods. And you need to do Swamp.
Alright, so Ramond can miss exactly 20 supers. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. There's no kill like overkill. Stop, he's already dead. Not every day you see Ridley just explode in midair like that.
It's the first time I see it, to be honest.
So Ridley is scripted to pick you up if you do the exact 18k to him and you're in a position. If you keep wailing on him, he will just explode.
That's good to know.
You can also prolong the fight that way. So that's why you kind of want to get picked up. But Ramond had it perfectly set to just commit the murder. We have one other thing that our players could do that, it goes back to what we did at, the 3-minute mark of this seed. That's a green pendant on Eastern.
Oh yeah, you're correct.
And I, again, don't remember if we got all 3 items out of Eastern Palace. One could be on the Armos Knights. But you're looking for exactly a sword. We might see Ramond go for that, looking for Kane. I don't think MM2 is going back in that direction anytime soon. He is, however, going to get his other mail upgrade. No, that was elsewhere.
I think there's one check we haven't seen yet, and it's the one top right of the ship that you need to pour bombs. And...
Oh yeah, the landing site, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's missing. Shaft supers are missing. Waterways missing. All the speed lock stuff. We know we don't need to go back to Wreck Ship Reserve, so that's fine. I mean, that's honestly one of the fastest checks you can make. Ramond skipped the mail upgrade that's an X-ray. He's probably not going in that direction for a while either.
Nope. And Ramond might grab those spur bombs here as well.
I mean, yeah, when you're low on power bombs. Also, you just kind of momentum carry yourself into them, so it's fine. No, he got the sword. He went and killed Gold Terizo from the left side. Right? I think, we watched him kill Gold Terizo. He's got the sword. He saw it. Yeah, he knows it's there. I thought he had gone into... You are not a believer of the single arrow, are you, my friend? Okay. You, I expect, Ramond. MM2. You and I are going to have words. Alright.
You kind of want that bow. Come on.
You might need that to finish the seed. I'm not sure, though.
Nah, I'm not sure, too. You might set a dragon pod so you can not need the bow. And then just mimic the climb of GT. But the set of drag's not in logic, and yeah. And it's not allowed in this setting as well.
Why are you talking about performing a major glitch?
Listen, it just gives you the requirement of the bow. I mean, it's not allowed to, but
This isn't the Glitch League.
I know.
How many locations are left for another first sword to be? Anything speed locked, except for Wreck Ship Reserve. So Shaft Supers, Waterway. That speed booster actually is what puts everything in logic with the hook shot. This isn't the Glitch League yet. Oh my gosh. What else have we seen? Landing site. No one's been to Skullwoods. Green Pendant is in play.
mean, it could be ped.
I don't think you're getting your first sword off the pedestal. The
Oh,
book
the
is
book
on
was
the
a smith.
smiths. Okay.
I'm sorry, I lied. I thought it was in Swamp.
How dare you lie to me? Ramond's about to get his ice rod here.
Yep. And Ramond didn't get the sword out of next to Golterizo as well.
I mean, he would need to go down and get that now, wouldn't he?
Yep.
Luckily, that's easy to just go get and pop back out. You need that, my friend. Here we go. And MM2 is now in GT mode, because this is one of the couple things he's looking for.
Yep. The ether to open TR.
That's his key to TR, and he did just kill Blind. So he's going to take this purple chest down to Swamp Palace, and then do Swamp Palace.
And then go to TR, and then go to GT, probably, most likely.
Oh, we're just going to flute this down. This is fine. I think so. I mean, what else is left? A lot of the other checks are just not fun to do. Alright, Ramond sees the green boomerang.
And he goes to pick it up.
Now, what he decides to do after seeing the green boomerang is, beyond me right now, actually. 2 swords on Laser Bridge. I was joking that we could have 3 swords in GT, which would not be funny, by the way. Yeah, Kane of Samaria is in Hera Basement. We're probably not going to see him pick that up anytime soon. We're not checking Cathedral. And we're not going to Crocomire. Interesting. At least not from here. Yeah, the alarm bells are ringing right now for Ramond. He's got the bow and the ice rod where he just found them. The only thing he doesn't have that he can do anything with right now, he doesn't have a sword, so he can't go into Mire or TR. But he's going to do Pod and probably expect to see another sword here.
Or not.
Here's to 7.
Oh, he doesn't have to rupee for a pod.
Oh no. I didn't even notice that. You know, if you just picked up that 300 that you dropped down next to at the early Supers Crumble Bridge, you wouldn't have this problem.
Or the 300 after relay. That's really
or the 50 under Old Mother Brain.
Yep. Or like any other money that he's kept.
Ridley also had a 300, yeah. It's just like,
yep.
You don't have your rupee count when you're in Super Metroid, so you don't think about, can I afford getting into Pod?
Yeah, and at this point, like, you believe you have at least 110 rupee. Which was not the case for Ramond.
Dancing with the Ropa there. We've already danced with the Ropa in a way we don't want. MM2 is going to find a whole lot of nothing here.
I mean, MM2 is going to look for the sword in GT at this point.
Yeah, he'd probably just find one in TR. But let's be honest,
probably.
It would be funny if there was one in GT.
Yeah. You are absolutely correct.
Right, Ramond to Palace of Darkness here. Yeah, we didn't see anything really in Pod at all, so unfortunately this will be a little bit of chewed up time. Automatically a better fight than Hammer Menu Boss, as long as you don't let yourself get cornered like that. You know, Ramond could have sold some of his super missiles to enter Pod.
It would have been funny if you could, honestly.
MM2, you want a little more distance there, buddy. Alright, we gotta do 1, 2... Alright, that's a Swamp Palace clear for MM2. I mean, we already have 7 crystals, so at this point, you can actually go into GT looking for a sword before doing TR if you really wanted to.
But you're doing TR first. TR is right there.
And then you have to believe wholeheartedly in your hammer Trinex, or that you'll just get a sword or 2 in here. So we're past the 2-hour mark, and we know where one sword is.
Yep.
I will say this was a fun one to logically deconstruct too, just because of the arbitrary, oh, let's just go up Forgotten Highway to get our access to everything in Meridia.
Then to get everything out of the mountain, then to get like everything else. And then to get Varia out of Pyramid Fairy.
Alright, Twaddle Rock here. Here's the big key. Making very quick work of the Helmasaur King, Ramond takes him down with a couple bombs and some well-placed hammer shots.
And a silver arrow at the end. And here's your pot of money that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's the refund for entry.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Gone back in to go to the back of pod.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just looking for a sword, Samaria.
I mean, like, I like doing the boss in that situation with the big key before right side, because then you still keep a key to go back here. And he's going to find all the items before getting to the bottom of Dark Maze, which will save some time, too.
Nice job at dodging the body beam for MM2.
It's not a sword, but it is explosive.
Yep. Explosive we don't need.
We're getting close to the max on those, too.
And we're going to see the armor skill out of for Ramond.
Yeah, because again, Ramond's looking for more than just a sword right now.
Yes. You know what would have been funny, Ruby?
Oh, what would be funny?
If both Meyer and TR were tokens, and then Ramond goes to GT and find 2 swords there.
Oh, that would be stupid. Where on earth is the one sword? Ramond knows of a sword on the left side of Gold Terrizzo, so space jump locked. He witnessed it, he fought GT, he didn't go get it.
I think he fought Gold Terrizzo. He just saw it. I left.
No, he went and... I thought he went and fought GT after that.
Did he?
I don't remember.
So I know he saw it and then reset to go to
Yeah,
Wreck Shop.
Yeah, he knows where it is. Alright, there was no item on the Armos Knights. We do pick up the green pendant. Alright.
And there's still no sword in TR. We only found the mushroom in the big chest.
Now, do you believe in Laser Bridge? I'm not feeling it here.
Nope.
There's one more check here and then the boss, and we saw the compass, right? Yeah, we've seen all the items, I think.
And probably
No.
that's why M2 skipped the last check out of Laser Bridge.
Well, we just saw a map, so he's just leaving a check on Laser Bridge. Yeah, Ramond now will go get his sword. Because at this point, there's not much he can do without getting the sword. He can go do speed checks, he can go to Skull Woods, but that is really about it. We see some backdoor hammer strats from MM2. This is not something you see every day. And Ramond has made a couple aggressive skips on the seat as well. We did see, the one that's going to be most of the most nightmare right now, that's actually starting to get close to rearing its head, is Samaria in Hera Basement.
Yep. And that was a nice Tridex kill from MM2. And now we're in GT mode.
And MM2 leaves an item on the bottom of Laser Bridge. Or, okay, I guess we didn't see the map or the compass. I thought we saw the map. Maybe I'm crazy.
No, we saw everything, all the items in TR.
Okay.
According to MM2's tracker and chat.
Yeah, TR only has 5 items. The only dungeon that has more than 5 items in the Dark World is Swamp with 6.
Yep. I mean, it's the dungeon with the most item out of, except GT. It's Swamp.
Pod has 5.
Yep. It is 5. TR is 5.
Yeah, hush, humbug. Hush. You know better. Ramond took this moment to step AFK. Which is fair, because this is not a short cutscene. Oh, the shovel and the mushroom at large when we're looking for the GT big key and a sword. Because the GT big key is going to be in GT. This is not key sanity. The keys are where they're supposed to be. Which means there's a sword in Pal Room.
It's in their dungeon. Not exactly vanilla chest.
Right. They're in the dungeons they're supposed to be in.
Yes. Correct.
If you're just coming on by, this is the 2025 Link to the Past and Super Metroid Combo Randomizer Tournament hosted at SpeedGaming. Game 1 between Ramond and mm2 cartridge. Just a quick reset. Well, we got a single sword known in like 200 something checks right now. And that is go mode for MM2. Because there's a sword in GT.
Now you only need the
big
GP
key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramond, pick up the sword. Drop in. Now we fight Gold Terizo for real. And the hunt for the big key is on. It's not here in Compass Room. Yes, it is. Never mind. Okay, well, upsy daisy.
And now Ramon will probably go do Meyer, then do TR. No, he still needs to find Samaria, never mind. Don't mind me.
You know,
But he might,
the problem is he might still go into Misery
Yeah.
Mire.
Yep.
Which is the entire reason for putting it off, I think.
I mean, the Samaria is in a bad location for Ramon. In our basement?
Pichu, the Samaria is in a bad location for anybody.
Yes. If you decide to skip it, yes.
It's a conscious skip, because at that point you have so much more to do, because you just got Dark World access with Mitts and Hammer. At that point, you have fire, but the fire, as far as you're aware, led you to exactly your Morph Ball in Eastern. Kane could have been in any of those other some odd checks that weren't Hera Basement, except that today, it was not. Two types of players when it comes to doing Tower of Hera. The kinds that don't skip Hera Basement and either pick up their free piece of heart or their required progression every single time, and the ones that have some very nice, not nice words for Hera Basement. Alright, so we know there's nothing of true importance up in Misery Mire that we could do anything with.
Exactly, and yeah. And then after that, you need to go to the one-off you left in both games. Defend progression, I believe. There's like no major location with a big density except Krakmire.
And Krokemire, which we know only has Wave Beam, which is still a nice thing to have, but not exactly what we're looking for. Skullwood with 2 items.
Oh yeah, so Skullwoods.
But you prefer, you need Samaria at this point.
Yeah.
MM2 is just opening the map and compass in Mini Helma room.
Now he's on his way to Skullwoods. He might find another sword, for all we know.
We're not even going to... This is disrespecting both the last check in the game and Moldorm. Just so rude. That means MM2 is not worried. He's just going straight to Ganon. And this is going to be sub 230 for him, easy. Actually, I think the one thing that Ramond would not like to see right now actually is a sword.
But yeah, for the tablets, yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, because it's gonna put you into. It's gonna add things for Ramond to have to look at.
I mean, at the same time, if you find a sword, you might do Ether into Era Basement. It might be, you know, like, good, I guess.
Moldworm didn't deserve the disrespect. Tower of Hera deserves the disrespect. Reading pedestal.
And what does Pedestal ask today? Just a little piece of love.
A love lesson. Ganon is imagining himself as lunch here, as we're about to make a meal out of him with silver arrows, silver skewers, you could say. We gotta go with the 12 spins deal here first, though.
12 spins, 4 spins. Silvers.
We got the corner. You can actually 6-spin this if you have optimal timing. Or you could just abuse the cape because the cape is there to be abused. We're going to abuse a moth because a moth is there to be abused.
Yep.
Not a dungeon we need to clear, but for what Ramond is looking for, he does not know that it's not here.
It was a nice moth fight from Ramond. For the big key of Skullwoods and the red pendant.
The pendant that we know we don't need. The big key of Skullwoods could lead directly to a...
I mean, we know there's no small key in the big chest, so you might need, like, you might lose to an item or map compass.
Yeah, that Moldworm is not going to do the paperwork. He's got all those Kadando secretaries on the floor below him doing it for him. The hard hat beetles are the supervisors. Nothing in the back of Skullwoods at all. Alright, silver time. One more? A little hesitation there with the fire bat. And this should do... Oh, no. Alright, you got this now, MM2. Ganon is done.
Yep, he only needs to kill Mother Brain.
Yeah, there's a sword in the hand of Salon being lifted into the air. We have saved something.
Yep.
Oh my god, the back of Skullwoods is quite literally just all dungeon items. And the reset to ship here.
I mean, it is the fastest way to Mother Brain.
I mean, that's the only way to Mother Brain.
I mean, no, you could have saving quit to Link's house and then go from there to SM.
Quite literally nothing in Skullwoods for Ramond. And this is the one-off speed checks for Ramond. Or at the very least, landing site. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that speedball through the door. We didn't do landing site.
Nope, we did not.
It's the easy one to get to. I don't understand.
I mean, at this point, I think you gamble that it's nothing there.
Alright, these rooms a clinic here for MM2. There's a sword in Shaft Supers!
Yay! The sword! You might lead to a bit to Danira basement, maybe.
Yeah, I would imagine he's got to do Hera Basement with Ether now, right?
Yeah, I mean, he has to, otherwise, like, he'll never get gained before MM2 finish.
This is a reminder, anyone just tuning in, this is game 1. They have 2 more games scheduled later this week, Wednesday at 2:30 Eastern, Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern. Basically the same times. Might be on the same channel. Game 3, if needed, on Friday.
Because it's a best of 2 for brackets.
It is a best of
a best
3.
of 3. Yeah, sorry.
Best
the first
of-
with 2 wins.
Best of 2.
It's the best of 2, the first with 2 wins. You know.
Alright, so...
Words are hard. English is the first language. I just mixed 2 and 3. Like, you know, it's weird. It's alright.
You mixed deux and trois?
Yes, exactly.
Alright, here's that Ether pickup, and this is $20. That would have been nice earlier. Go into Hera. Go into Hera.
Seems like it, yeah.
Alright. Yes. Okay. So, Ramond will get his Cane of Samara. Unfortunately, it is not going to save this run, but there's really not much else left for him.
That, or Bubbles Tablet, or the last time in Ice, which we know it's Screw Attack.
Yeah, skipping Ice Tea is a thing that you can do.
I mean, 50-50 between Ice Tea and Cold Stare, and the other was an Ice Tea. And M2 is doing stand up here to kill Mother Brain, if I'm not mistaken. Dead on MM2 side, while Ramond's making his way to Vitreous.
Yeah, that was a very good stand-up. Just 1 or 2 shots. Very well done. And time bomb set. Get out fast.
Yeah, 3 minutes. You may or may not save the animals. I don't think you will.
In a tournament setting, probably not. MM2 is very good. So is Ramond. So feeling, you know... Ooh. I like that spooky. Well, fluteless type spooky there. Like it. Yeah, MM2 in Leodoc's room. Doesn't get sniped by this guy because you killed him through the wall. Gets that lovely behemoth spark.
You only need now to go to TR and GT and again, I murder brain, but yeah.
Yeah, but on this day, our victor, mm2NES cartridge, he will finish up in a race time at a time of 2:24:48 with a really fast escape time. You saw that timer. You saw him say it in chat. 2:17:62 left on the clock is crazy. And Ramond does wave the white flag in the race room. So let's get a GG out for both of these fine fellas here as we are joined by our race winner, MM2. GG.
Yo,
GG's.
GG's Ramond. Hopefully he'll join us soon. But yeah, that was, I don't know. Felt fine. Played solid. Didn't get unlucky with the items. Seems like I got lucky with the cane. But yeah.
And it actually felt like for a little bit you were kind of doing two different things. He goes into Meridian, he finds all the goodies, and we're just like, okay, well, what could possibly be up here that puts it's like speed or something, right? With the hook shot.
Yeah.
And you get grapple. You get grapple to put everything in Meridian into play. And we're just like, okay, where's speed then? We probably don't need it for a while. And it turned out to be the case.
It was
Yeah.
just in Mobile Warfare.
Yeah, though, I don't know. I wanted to do Lower Warfare like right after Catfish and Zora, but I had no way up screw attack room. So I was forced to do other things with my life, like activating flute, and then Space Jump was on Sick Kid, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna full clear Warfare now, since I have a good beam and fairly okay movement. So I did that, and then I was Ether and Sword Go mode. So yeah, I don't know. The Ether location felt a little bit unfortunate because I missed out on not getting to Go mode. Well, I missed out on getting to Go mode Mire Ice Pod Swamp, but I feel like you don't get to full Go mode any of those anyway, just because of Sword mode.
Yeah, because you're still going to be digging for a sword regardless. And in the case that you find a sword before you find Ether and you pull the book off the smiths, there are other ways that could... It worked out for Ramon in the end to solve the problem that he had having left the Kane and Hera basement, which it's just a random decision that we've all made before and we'll all make again. Finding the book and then getting a second sword from Shaft Supers, put him back up there to check Hera basement with Ether, was the only way I think he could have gotten back in.
Oh boy.
It was just too little too late when you're basically in GT mode with the hour 48 Village of Outcasts play.
Yep.
Yeah, good old Voo skip in SMZ3. Never hurt anybody. Especially not the guy who didn't attempt this tournament because he left a fire rod on blind forever.
Well, to be fair, I feel like delaying Voo for as long as possible is the correct call because I wanted to get my dungeons that didn't have significant overworld attached to them cleared first, and then do thieves into Voo and all that overworld into Swamp. Just to like make sure I'm not doing the excess overworld unless I have to. But it ended up working out fine.
At some point, you did flip the switch and go into ABCD mode. I thought you might, and you were definitely counting better than we were because we thought you left. We weren't sure if you got everything out of TR, and then you're just going straight to Trinex. Like, of course you did.
No,
Guy knows what's up.
Well, to be fair, that was mostly aided by Muffin's Tracker. But I looked at it and then I sanity checked myself. Yeah, I don't have the map or compass, so I'll just go to Trinex. So yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I played pretty reasonably. I don't know. I feel like ABCD is kind of a myth when you have the entirety of Norfair to do. Just because of how much more dense SM is than Link to the Past.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, but Norfair is a dungeon technically that you need to clear anyway. You had to go down.
Kind of.
And it had almost everything you needed. So
yeah, but it's like I'm probably going to have something be there. So I want to get it done, and if all the things are there, then well, great. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also happy that my Turian was really solid. I got 2 cries, and had a 2:17 escape, which means I had 2 minutes 17 seconds left on the timer. But
Yeah.
for context, the world record is 2:21.
That's a
But
bad
yeah.
escape.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and my best is like ever in I'm doing escape in practice is like a 2:18. So it was pretty good.
And those Metroid rooms were something right out of a speed run. A lot of your movement was
Yeah.
something right out of a speed run. You had
Yeah,
some pretty
you'll
cool,
be shocked.
pretty cool tech.
Yeah, I speedrun this game just a little bit, but
Just a little bit.
Yeah. No, optimally in Metroid Room 3, you want to shoot the door open before you land in mock ball at the very end of the room. So it wasn't technically optimal, but it was pretty close. I was excited to get Spring Ball in DM room before the sword and the big key, so that I got to do that strat because it's
You love to have spring ball
Yeah.
just at all, because there's so many. You can do some really cool stuff with the spring ball that you won't be able to do
Yeah.
without. Like Blue Bomber, for instance.
yeah, which I didn't do, despite that kind of being my tag.
Yeah,
But,
like, what's up with that, Mister? No.
Well, I'm not consistent enough to make it faster because it saves like 1 second.
All right, I'm gonna pick a personal bone with you. You went out of your way to pick up a Graggett Spazer, but you looked at and snubbed on my single arrow.
Well,
How dare you?
I had jumped through the door already at going into Spacer, so when I shot the item, I didn't have enough time to react to the grain rupee before I got it. I honestly can't remember where the single arrow was. Also, I have bad news.
Ruby.
Yeah. Also, I have bad news. There, in these settings, there are 2 single arrows because
Oh, I know.
it replaces all starting items with single arrows. We found that out in Grimace.
And we still love it in Grimace because I want to pick up as many as I can.
Honestly, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm glad that it brings you joy.
We're just going to start with 29 items, so there's like 30 single arrows, so you can just, follow your quiver with that.
Gross.
That sounds excellent.
We'll be looking forward to the next match Wednesday at 2:30.
Yep.
And should it come necessary, you guys have one on the schedule for Friday. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. You could take this one home. He could get his revenge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, Ramond's like honestly a really scary opponent. I told him the last time we played in the Swiss stage that I'm really happy that ever since Quickswap got turned on, that a lot more Zelda runners are taking the chance to learn Super Metroid and play this randomizer and get to a top level. Like Ramond, Gamma, who else? Vinter's doing really well for himself. Renier as well. Obviously Andy, like hello. Though Tony T Young did get like a magical upset 2-0 over him in the first round of playoffs, so Andy is unfortunately out of the tournament.
Yeah, I watched that set, and that was crazy. And the same thing happened, an ice rod in Hera Basement.
Yep. No, it was Hera Bake Chest.
Was it Hera? It was the big.
Hera Bake.
It's still
yeah,
effectively, yeah.
Yeah. It's Hera Basement, but worse. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad that more people are playing a fun randomizer. But yeah, that's all I've got. Thanks to y'all for coming and Pichu for tracking. And yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for putting on a clinic, honestly. Yeah, it's always mesmerizing watching players of your level, or like Ramond, of course, he's rolling around doing a bunch of stuff swordless, knowing where the sword is. He still went and did a lot of swordless tech, and that
did
is
he not have
something.
Space Jump?
He got Space Jump. He went through Lower Norfair, and then he went back for the sword only when it became necessary. So he did swordless Ice Palace. He did swordless Pod, and he did find another sword. We don't know where the last sword is. In all likelihood, it's just in GT.
Yeah.
Because you found the one in Hope Room, and that's all you needed.
Yeah, I've got Criteria PB's Climb Supers Waterway. I assume he checked those. Plasma Shack, 2 in Skull, Bumper Cave, Ether Tablet, Mushroom from, I think that was TR Big Chest.
Yeah, Mushroom was in TR,
Yeah.
Shovel was in GT. Yeah. He did get the sword. He got one in Shaft Super, so that was one. Didn't go to Waterway. Didn't go to Landing Site. I was really surprised actually. He didn't do Landing Site.
Huh.
I'm surprised you didn't do Landing Site, but you didn't have a reason to ever go back to SM once you cleared Lower Norfair, because you had everything you needed except for Ether and a sword at that point. So
well, I didn't want to go back to Landing Site just for itself. I wanted to wait until I had speed, so I could do the 3 of them together. But then once I got back into Link to the Past, I was just doing dungeons, and then I had sword mode, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna do GT, and if it's not in GT, then I'm quitting Rando because it's a 2. Because I think it was like 70 or 80% by my back of the napkin calculations that there is at least a sword on path somewhere, including all of GT Basement minus Tiled Room, before I beat the game.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and of course, like the odds played in my favor. But yeah. So yeah, thanks to y'all. I think that's all I got. So, see you later.
GG's. Good luck on Wednesday.
Yeah, GG's. Again, follow MM2, follow Ramond, especially if you like what you saw in this particular race here today. If you want to see some other really high-level stuff, MM2, of course, SM Speedrunner, one of the tournament hosts here. Ramond, literally one of the best cross keys Link to the Past players I've ever seen, and he threw a lot of swordless tech at the wall today, too.